welcome to Eve Singularity and Major Freak. Just going to test something real quick about blueprints and corporations and rent and impounded stuff. So what I'll do is I slotted all these blueprints that I had in my items bay into the slots I've always had for my original corp that has special stuff in here, classified stuff, important stuff, ships, ammo drones, third slot, high slot, mid slot, low slot, and then public. So what I'll try to do is build two cheap things, like say ammo in here. I'll build all three actually. So what I'll do is I'll use that and input location there, output location here. Oh, I didn't want that. Weird, and just Eve. All right. So that'll be 3 minutes. So let's start that up. It should remember where I asked to go. Good. And notice that the input and output are completely different from the location of the blueprint. It's completely independent of that. All right, done. So what I'll do is I will unrent the office. Okay. Now, what used to happen is there was a different interface for industry, and you had to be careful. I forget how it worked, so I won't really go into the details, but even back then, I believe there was a way to get your researching blueprints once they finished to deliver back to your corporate office, and I was worried back then about losing. If you delivered before you rented the office, I think it would just go into the ether and you'd just lose everything. But the new system, I wanted to test what was going on. So what we'll do is we'll rent the office. We'll deliver one of them, see if it works. Unrent the office. We'll deliver one of them, see what happens then. After we rent the office again, see if we see a second blueprint there and item bay, item in the last slot, or whether I'm 100% sure that it won't go into Division 1. They fixed that a while ago. When you re-rented the office, everything would go back into where you had them, especially any locked blueprints, which was insane. Already talked about that in a recent video. That is really long. Okay, so jobs, here we go. Owned by corp. So you've unrented the office. They're still researching. Everything's kosher, right? Now, of course, I'll wait till at least one of them delivers. Actually, I'll wait till all of them deliver, just to make sure that they've completed while my office was rented. And let's see if we can, quote unquote, rescue them. I'm sure it's 100% possible. Now, of course, like I said before, you need both. When you're doing manufacturing, you need both the rent factory slot role and the factory manager role. Factory manager is just to access this panel. Rent is to actually hit that last submit button when you're actually paying the rent. Okay. All right. So without trying to screw the system, what I'll do, I'll change my mind. I'll deliver one. I'll rent the office. I'll deliver again. And then I'll unrent the office. Well, depending on it, the third test will be depending on what happens to this. So, delivered. It said succeeded. We don't have an office. What's going to happen? So we'll rent the office. Bing. Okay. Yeah, I don't see the Galva surge. So, but it's there. Did it go here? No. Did it go here? No. Am I just blind? So we've gotten the... And everything's back where it was, not in Division 1. Yay. Yay, E, for improving over the decades, huh? Okay. So it's there. I don't see it anywhere. Strange. Okay. I'll try. What I'll do is I'll log off and change session, etc. See if that trips it up. That's kind of weird, isn't it? You got the result, but you didn't get the blueprint. Oh right, I'm an idiot. It was a BPC, and I think I just used the entire run. So, oops. Yeah, that was it. Okay, so apparently you can deliver, and it'll go into impounded or virtual impounded, and when you re-rent the office, it's all there for you. So that's kind of cool. Okay, that's interesting. How do we stress test this? I don't think you can. I think it's if you accidentally deliver. So there's no way of actually losing your blueprints unless you actually if you're using an upwell, if that's destroyed, it would depend on whether you can see it in the... Yeah. Anyways, that's a successful test. That's great. That means, yeah, that's awesome. So you won't lose it at all. Yeah. And the job run is 1, and it's only got 1 run in it. So there you go. 1 run remaining. Yeah. So yeah, I'm sure the blueprint would appear just exactly like in the place you wanted after. So yeah, that's cool. There's no worries about it. Huh, interesting. Well, that's definitely an improvement from what we had. Wild.